Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a very special night. This evening is senior night for our football players, band and color guard members, and cheerleaders. We'd like to take the time to recognize those that have supported us throughout our elementary, middle, and now high school journey here at Westwood Regional High School. Each senior in their respective program will have the opportunity to grace the turf, passing through the beautiful balloon archway with their loved ones on this memorable fall evening. First up tonight are our senior football players and parents. Captain Liam Carlstrom, escorted by his parents, Jackie and Jim Carlstrom. Our next senior is Bobby Catherman, escorted by his parents, Jill and Bob Catherman.
Hey, it's Big Bob's birthday.
And a side note, it is Big Bob's birthday today. Next up is senior Tommy Johnson, escorted by his mother, Kyla Johnson, and sister, Adela Johnson. Our next senior is Captain Ryan Lawton, escorted by his parents, Lisa and Kevin Lawton. Our next senior is Eric Lillian, escorted by his parents, Donna and Steve Lillian. Next up is Captain Steele Lombardi, escorted by his parents, Tracy and Eugene Lombardi. Now up is senior Mark Romeo, escorted by his parents, Linda and Chris Romeo. Our next senior is Captain Michael Saunders, escorted by his parents, Mary and Michael Saunders. And last but not least is senior Matthew Tybell, escorted by his mom, Bobby Tybell, and in spirit with his father, Brian Tybell. Now on to our band and color guard seniors. Our flute section leader, Kristen DiLorenzo. escorted by her parents, Pat and Richard DiLorenzo. Our next senior is clarinet section leader, Maggie Swakowski, escorted by her parents, Sue and Rich Swakowski. Our next senior is drum line section leader, Daniel Sproviero, escorted by his parents, Carol and Bob Sproviero. Our next senior, bass drummer, C.J. Best, escorted by his mother, Chris Best. Next up, drum major, David Russo, escorted by his parents, Maria and John Russo. Next up is senior drum major, Jamie Wimmer, escorted by her parents, Kathy and Don Wimmer. Now on to our senior cheerleaders. Senior Danielle Burns, escorted by her parents, Denise and Edward Burns. Our next senior is Melissa Carmelani, escorted by her parents, Edie and Craig Carmelani. Our next senior is Captain Brianna Comerford, escorted by her parents and Westwood High School alums, Lorraine and John Comerford. Our next senior is Jenna Fraza, escorted by her parents, Linda and Neil Fraza. Our next senior is Captain Riley Quinn, escorted by her parents, Aliki and Gerald Quinn. Our next senior is Jessica Galano, escorted by her mom, Jolene Galano. Our next senior is Olivia Gao, escorted by her parents, Denise and Tim Gao. Our next senior is Captain Taylor Greco, escorted by her parents, Corrine Murphy and Eugene Greco. Our next senior is Taylor Lynn, escorted by her parents, Jackie and Tom Lynn. Our next senior is Gabrielle Lopresti, escorted by her parents, Diane and Richard Lopresti. Next up is Captain Nicole Netzer, escorted by her parents, Mary Beth and Kip Netzer. And last but not least is senior Tiana Nunez, escorted by her mom, Cheryl Nunez. Who is it?
We got Tiana, baby!
I'm sorry, last but not least, as her bowling coach, I should know this, senior Marissa Stilacci with Manny and Jody, her parents escorting her to midfield. Congratulations, seniors, as there's only one thing left to say. Way to go, football, band, color guard, and senior cheerleaders, baby!
From the Westwood Athletic Field here in Washington Township, New Jersey, WCTV is proud to present high school football. Hello everyone, I'm Larry LaFury along with John Francola. John, this is the 9th game for both teams, Dwight Morrow and Westwood. It really doesn't mean that much for PowerPoints or standings for the playoffs, but for both teams it's an important game. For Dwight Morrow, it's a game to look forward to next year. And we talked a little bit with the head coach there, Coach Murphy, and he's trying to put a program together. And every game is important, is a building block for this man to put this program together so it's a viable program.
And you know, Larry, what he did, he started with the quarterback. And you're going to see this young man, Andrew Jones. This young man is 89 for 165, well over 1,300 yards. 12, 13 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, and he has 2 receivers who last year as freshmen were all league. And these 2 young men you'll be able to watch, Quanzi Lumsden and of course George Garrison IV. Both of these young men can run on a spread offense. They're quick, and if you don't stop them, They've been averaging 4 touchdowns and over 290 yards per game the last 4 games. 1-7, but they're a team that can execute and beat anybody.
Sure, they got the quarterback who can throw the ball. He gets hot. He can make the game interesting, and one play can change the game. It was nice talking to the Dwight Morrow coaches, the positive attitude he had. When the kids lost very big, his team lost very big to Riverdale, he said to them, look, Riverdale's Riverdale, but you played your hardest you could play. When a coach gets a team and they're up against it, and it looks like there's no way of winning, and they don't win, but they play as hard as they can. That says something for the kid, it says something for the coach, it says something for the program. I think they're going to be on good footing with this coach.
He's a cornerstone to football. He's got to be there and stay with him. Be a father on the field. Education, sports, and then you keep the kid together. They have a good nucleus. 10, 11 freshmen are playing varsity. They're going to be a team to be contended with in this game and in the future.
Now, let's turn to Westwood. This is the 9th game for Westwood. The PowerPoints for Westwood are all in. It's just about settled on the Group 2. Now, we have one team, Hawthorne has to play their 8th game tonight. If they win, they could move teams around. Right now, if everything breaks the way you and I think, which is sometimes we're accused of not thinking, it looks as though that next week Westwood will have to travel to Pequannock to play the opening round of the playoffs. Now, Westwood, what they want to do, they want to keep Steele Lombardi, their quarterback, in a good frame of mind. He's been throwing the ball very well. We've seen him over the year. He seems to get better and better and better. They've got Watuski back there, Dylan Watuski, who was injured. He's starting to come into shape. If Westwood can get all their pieces together and they can get Steele Lombardi throwing to Catherman and Rosenfeld and to McKay, Westwood could be a very tough out, a very difficult team to play when they get to the playoffs.
I totally agree with you. And Larry, you know, with crazy leg Lombardi, he's learning week in and week out, and he can run. And, you know, it's going to be a game that's going to be won by the quarterbacks. The receivers got to score. I predict a high-scoring game.
It has all the intentions of being it. The Westwood team is going to come out, and this night it's going to be a little different. Number 72, Matt Tybalt, has been on this team in the program for 4 years. He had concussions, he couldn't play. He also had other medical problems where he couldn't play, but he made every practice. He was on the sideline. He was an inspirational leader. He cannot play. He would not play football again or maybe any contact sport. But tonight, Matt Tybalt will lead his team, number 72. He will lead his team on the field the last time that the seniors will come on this field. It's a gesture by the coaches and by the players that this young man meant so much to this team. In addition, John, the young man had to deal with the loss of his father, who tragically died a month ago with a heart attack.
You know, those two pieces could be an inspiration to Westwood moving on and possibly even beating a team like Pequannock. Number 72, and of course the father, having that situation. Imagine being in that condition. Bad enough having one concussion and be out, and then your father passes away. So,
and he never gave up. He had that, always wanted to be with the team and do whatever he could on the sidelines to help the team. He is going to run out first and to bring his team out, and it's a great compliment to the coaches and the team to tell this young man, you weren't with us on the field, but you were with us always in our game. So it's wonderful. So we're going to see this here. We have to also explain that Matt, that me personally and Ricky know his grandma, Rosalie, extremely well. Rosalie Farino, we know her very, very well from Washington Township. So the team is standing there. You see Matt's ready to bring his team out. This, I believe, I could be wrong, this is the first time he's had a uniform on in over 2 years.
Look at that young man, 6'4", 245. He was missed on this squad.
He's a big kid. He's 245 pounds, 6'2". And we're going to wait now for them to come on.
And he's got to run slowly. Don't go crazy, son.
Here he goes.
Relax, go slow. What an inspiration, Larry. Look at this young man. He's got to have tears in his eyes. I would have tears up here. Let's watch. Can we get him? He's got to be crying.
Very emotional for mom, the grandparents. I met his uncle, Ron, I believe his name is, who had a little chit chat with him and told me a little bit of what he went through the last couple of years and that he wanted to play so bad. But sometimes fate takes that away from you.
Yeah, that's right.
He has dealt with his hand in a way that many people have to look up to him and say, I'd like to emulate what that young man did. He will do well as he goes on in life.
What a young man. Look at that.
There he is.
Imagine being in this position right now. Look at it. He's crying.
He has a great support with his mom, his sisters, his uncles, his grandmother. He will be fine. And Westwood will remember that this young man gave the inspiration for this year. Move on.
Westwood Cardinal football team.
So that was a nice gesture by Westwood.
Oh, absolutely.
And we wish him and the entire family all the best as they move on to their next experience in life. May it always be joyous and happy.
Last year we had Napoli.
That's
in
right.
that situation, who had cancer, and that young man, they put on the helmet, and they won a state championship.
Rise and remove your cap as the Westwood Cardinals marching band will honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, the national anthem was played by the Cardinals marching band, and we are ready for this game. This should be an interesting game, John. An interesting game for both teams. Both teams really want this game, and for completely different reasons. But you can see why the coaches want to play this game and get as much as they can out of it.
You know it and I know what you have to do with a team like this. You have to beat them early, then knock them out of the game. If not, they're going to be in there until the last second on the clock.
To my right, clock operator Ed Peretti.
Both captains are going to the center of the field. So, John, it's amazing. We have done, after tonight, we've done our ninth game. And now the playoffs. It goes fast.
Oh, it's unbelievable, Larry.
John, you have the officials on you?
Well, I might as well read them. The referee is Fran Delaney. The umpire is Bob Hatler. The linesman is Bob Keegan. The line judge is Len DePinto. The side judge is Bob Bernowski. The field judge is Corey Hansen. And the clock operator, a nice Italian guy, Ed Peretti.
Very nice. Let's see what we got down here. Dwight Morrow will receive. They will defend the goal to the left. There's no wind. It's a beautiful, beautiful night. A couple of sprinkles have passed by, just cooling everybody off. I believe the temperature today was 78 degrees.
78.
WCTV's crack weatherman was in the weather center today, charting all the storms. 78 degrees on the 6th of November. Not bad. There have been a couple of Novembers where we've had 30 degrees up here and we froze.
Remember October 28th, a couple of years ago? Snow and ice.
Here we go. The
there it
latest
is,
weather
70 degrees.
70 degrees here in Washington Township. It feels like 70. The
Feels
wind
like
is out
90.
Of the wind is out of the southwest at almost nothing, 7 miles an hour. It is humid.
That it is.
77%.
Football, 60 would be a good temperature playing football game. 70 gets a little bit where you're going to have some cramps. Well, let's see the speed. We've been waiting for the speed.
Lillian will kick.
And we have the white uniforms. Always.
With nice numbers.
Looks like you got Lumsden deep, I believe. Is that number one?
Yeah,
Well,
Lumsden number 1 is deep.
And 5 is
George
Garrison
Garrison
the fourth. Both speedsters.
And number 2 will be Travon Harrison.
Oh, he's not as fast as the other two.
No. All right, Lillian is ready. We're all ready. The 9th game of the year. Can't believe it. We just started the first game with was it Pascack Hills back in early September. I think September the 5th. Kick is up in the air, and Lumsden has. And Lumsden gets to the 25-yard line, where Dwight Morrow will take over with Alfonso Hunt, Emmett Winster, Xavier Medina, Trey Joseph, and Dan Puzio. He's a good one. Will be up front. The quarterback will be number 7, Andrew Jones. And we have a number of players who will be coming in and out, and we're going to have to just try to figure out who's going to be playing the wide receiver.
And that was McKay who made the tackle on Lumsden, just to keep him on the book.
Lumsden and Harrison are to the right. Jones looks, has time, fires downfield, and it's intercepted by Karlstrom, who is playing free safety. Karlstrom's still going, and he is brought down to the 30-yard line. They tried to hit a seam pass.
Larry, what you saw there, he was playing the core. He was sitting back, hiding. Now, a guy 6'2", hiding, and then he just stepped in and off to the races. You watch the quarterback release the ball, and you play midfield. Great job by number 13, Karlstrom.
They tried to throw a seam pass down the middle. It was open for a second, but Karlstrom undercut it, got the pass, and ran it up to the 30-yard line, where Westwood will take over 1st and 10 with Steele Lombardi as the quarterback. Tusky is up front.
Long count.
Long count. Pitch out here to Catterman, incomplete as it rolls out of bounds.
And you show him reacting to that just in case that was a lateral. If it was behind the quarterback, it can be called a fumble. So just like that, a big break. And this is when you have to score, when you get a break like that. Oh, it's quiet here yet.
It is kind of quiet. 2nd down now. Tusky's up front. Whoa. Location all the way down to the 10-yard line.
20-yard line.
Location.
Number 33, Cole Lukasik.
So Lukasik,
Home run 1st down.
John, that kid is going to be a feature back next year. He's got all the moves.
20-yard run.
Raiders 11-yard line.
Hey, I'll
So
give it
1st and 10 now.
I got to make it 19. He can run. Nice
Lukasik
movement.
again. And fights his way off the right side for a couple of yards.
About 5 yards.
You know, we came here early in the year, and they told us that Lukasik, he is just just flat out fast. And he's a junior, and you can see next year he could be the featured back here in the backfield as a halfback.
Emmett Wingster made the stop, number 52, but Lukasik can run strong, and he's got great move. He's got a nice dance step. He can bring him to the Frank Kolich slot. School.
2nd and 5. Lombardi's calling signals. Again, same hand off. And Cole gets it up to about the
4
inside
yards,
the 5-yard
4
line.
yards he gained. And I'm watching inside to pick up. Looks like 63 for.
Lukasik again for a short gain.
So Lukasik gets a short gain. Going to bring up a 3rd down, 2 yards to go.
Peter George.
Quick. Lombardi fights it over. Does he have enough?
Oh,
wait, yes, touchdown.
Westwood.
So Westwood on the interception.
Lombardi, crazy legs, takes the ball into the end zone and a touchdown.
Well, the interception by Liam Karlstrom, bringing it down to the 30-yard line, and Westwood banging it in.
Nice run by Lukasik.
Lukasik with most of the running there.
19 yards I gave him on that run. A great 30-yard start for Westwood.
Lillian will try the kick. Down, kick, up. Might have been tipped, but it hits through. So, with 10 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the first quarter, Westwood strikes first. And they lead Dwight Morrow 7-0. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey.
We're going to have to celebrate a happy birthday today, Larry. Dylan Henry is 16. today.
Wow.
And we have a special guest from Italy that later on may give you a little happy birthday in Italian.
There is the cheerleaders, senior cheerleaders were introduced. There's our happy bird right now, 7-0. As you saw prior to the game, Dan Manikowski here at Westwood, the announcer for Westwood, announced the seniors in the football team.
Yeah,
The
Dan
cheerleaders and the
Manikowski
band.
does a great job.
John and I did that over 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago with our kids
Oh, unbelievable.
here at Westwood.
Oh, we'll have to talk more about it. It's really a special thrill to really walk out with your seniors. And then you have the big void after that.
Looks like Reed has it.
Oh, look at this
Look at
move.
He could run. And Reed gets up to the 40. Is that Reed?
That's number
I'm
two.
sorry, that's number 2. Harrison. Now Harrison's got speed.
Yeah, Trev. Well, he's not as fast as the first two, as Lumsden and Garrison, but he's pretty quick.
Well,
They're undefeated track team.
if he's not the fastest, I want to see what the other two look
Oh,
like.
they are fast.
So now Dwight Morrow will have a second
They'll start on the 40.
second possession.
On the 40.
Garrison the Fort comes way out to the right. Harrison is in the slot. Handoff to number 11, Anthony Guy. And Guy's going down the far sideline. He's got one man to beat. Cuts inside and is tackled from behind as he crosses the 25-yard line.
To number 11, Anthony Guy.
32-yard run by Anthony Guy.
John, I believe he,
The Cardinal.
Coach Murphy said that when Guy showed up and started playing, he really settled this team down, right?
Oh, unbelievable. They have a lot of speed on this team. And you can see it. There's 5 or 6. They can have probably an undefeated track team. Sprints with these young men.
Lumsden comes out to the right. Harrison is in the slot. Guy again. Off the middle, he's thrown back after a short pickup.
And you know, you always have to play that whistle.
By number 11, Guy. Finally stopped by Bolton and Brandon Brown.
They give him 3 yards, we got second and 7.
So Mrs. Henry brought the coffee up for us
Oh, I
once
want to
again.
thank Mrs. Henry again. She's been so kind all year. This will probably be our last game. This will be our last football game
At
here
home.
in Westwood. At home, Westwood will be on the road more than likely. And we want to thank all the people and the fans from the Touchdown Club for being so generous to WCTV. There goes Guy. This time it closes very quickly, and he may have lost the yard as the entire
he
right
did.
side of the Westwood defense closes in.
I see number 40. You know number 40 is. Oh, I'd love to see that. He made that big stop. Rakuski. Dylan Rakuski missed about 6 or 7 of the early games, and he's the power in the middle linebacker.
So that run by Guy lost a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 now. Now the ball's in the quarterback's hands, number 7, Anthony Jones. Let's see what he'll do here.
Looks like passing formation. Trips to the right.
Lumsden is out to the right. Jones wants, fires over the middle, incomplete. It was intended for Trayvon Harrison. Jones got a gun. This Jones
Great
can
quarterback.
throw.
He's only Larry. He's young. He's only a sophomore.
And he's 6'1", 170. Figure he'll, by the time he gets to senior, 6'2", go another inch, maybe 2.
He could be down the road a D1 player. I like what he throws. Great throw. He can run,
And his sophomore.
or at least the top 2 or 3 areas. He's got to develop, though. You know, he's young. He's a
All right,
sophomore.
that's a big 4th down. As Anthony Guy got him down to this area to about the 20, and now it's 4th down. The lob downfield, and just overthrows his man down there, number 5, George Garrison.
You had number 6 right for Westwood. Poggi on him.
On down.
Oh
Westwood
no,
will take
let me.
over on their own
If not, we'll call even number 5 down there.
27 left in the first quarter.
Either one with back there. Rosenfeld.
So after a big game by the running back, Anthony Guy, Westwood was able to hold on 4 downs.
The coach decided to go to the other guy.
Yep.
No.
John, I smell meatballs.
Oh, please.
Do I have meatballs in my nostrils?
Last
what do you
week-
smell?
Oh, those
something going on
meatballs were
here.
tremendous last
Oh,
night.
those meatballs last
Oh,
year were
my
great.
God, my
Oh,
wife-
God. Oh.
She's
We
got to
have-
be moving up. I'm going to make a completely Italian. No more Irish for my wife.
Anthony Reed makes the stop of Let's see who was running that ball down there. I might have been was it Tusky running it? I didn't see it.
Or the quarterback held it. I'm not. I was busy talking about meatball.
Well, we have to explain to the fans out there to know what we're talking about. John's lovely wife, Peggy, made about 30 meatballs last week. We put it in a crock pot. I got the bread. We went up to Paramus Cackling to do a game, and at halftime we had a meatball sandwiches, and I still smell it.
I think it's on our clothes. Or on our bodies. Look at that hole.
What a hole!
That's gone.
It looks like he'd be gone. Whoa, all the way across the 50-yard line.
That's Lukashik, right?
Lukashik, look at that speed. John, they said they are featuring him today. And that was a great run of some over 30 yards.
Yeah, I didn't get the initial
First
start.
down, Westwood.
Give him 33 yards on that one, John.
33 for
So
33.
Lukashik. Oh, there's our meatballs from last week. Ricky had
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Now, number one. Oh.
They were big. Those things were big.
Ooh.
And how about that poor guy that got hit with the sauce in front of us?
Oh, you hit him.
I didn't do it. It was one of the camera people
Yo,
eating,
okay.
eating meatballs. Gained about 8 yards.
Yeah.
He's been eating those meatballs right there. We got to pick the name. Boy, I tell you, it's tough. Got to move a little bit. Looks like number...
Karlstrom.
Karlstrom.
So Carlson picked up 8 yards. We had to wait to get the signal as to who it was.
And it's going right up the middle. And you know who's playing center right now? Number 71, Michael Saunders.
They like it
a
there,
senior.
Joe.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's doing a great job. Good snap, and he opens up holes and protects the quarterback.
Westwood's using the ground. There's Karlstrom. Karlstrom stays on his feet and falls forward enough for a first down to the 31-yard line.
Looks like number 50 on the stop
First down, Westwood.
is Joshua Wilson.
Karlstrom fights ahead for another Cardinal.
5'10",
Two
225.
set of downs.
Eyes are blue. Doing a great job in the middle. That individual that was yelling for all
Oh,
the
that's
seniors.
Uncle Matt. He cheered for every senior that came out. Now, this is a sandwich that maybe John ate.
That had about 7. That was about 7 inches.
Oh, my
8
God.
inches.
Oh, that bread was great. The meatballs were great.
Oh my God.
I don't know how we finished the game after
I was
that.
up all night.
Well, Miss Peggy hear that.
No, I'm kidding.
Lukashik finds a hole off the right guard.
First down, Cardinals.
Lukashik.
So Lukashik is picking
Tell you
up his
what.
hopes.
By number 50.
This young
Wilson.
man, Lukashik, can play.
Well, he's got the speed. He might be the fastest.
A junior.
Kid. Yeah, he might be
He
the
looks
fastest
bigger than
player.
155.
I think so. He might be the fastest kid on the team.
All right.
And we met him. He's a tall kid. What do you got him?
Yeah, you know what should happen? In preseason, they should show everybody without their helmets. You know?
I think
and-
he's taller than 5'10", personally. But
Yeah. And he's probably about 275, 280.
McKay is out to the left. Catherman is in the slot. They move Lawton over to the right side. There's a throw out here
should be what-
to
Catherman.
Catherman. And Catherman gets across the 20. Another
Nice
first
set.
down for Westwood.
Close.
Strong
Short.
side of the field.
Well, no, they're moving the chains, I guess.
Looked
No,
like it was.
No, the rep. There it is. First down.
Cardinals.
Nice offensive calls.
John, I smell something. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you. I smell. There's like.
I gotta see. Is anybody eating meatballs out here? I bet you it's. Could it be?
Poachy. Poachy
Poachy.
eat
Did
meat.
he have meatballs today?
I told you we have a meatball in his pocket.
Oh my goodness.
No, halftime snack. Lukashik on the
Lukashik.
right side. Miss one
Look
miss.
at this. Watch
He's got
this.
a block
Watch
out
him run.
there.
And then
And close to a first down.
first down.
Right to Lukashik.
Larry, did you notice when he's ready to make contact, he lowers his body and goes
First
low.
down, Carr.
So it's another first down. Westwood is doing this on the ground, basically.
Well, what you give, you take, right? And then that'll open up the passing.
We're going to have a measurement down there.
Yeah, it looks that way. The crowd is kind of quiet yet. It's early, right? Early
Well, yeah.
Friday night.
You know,
5:07 in the first quarter to go.
they've got a long look down there. And it's ooh,
Oh, we'll talk about 4 inches.
yeah. About the size of one of your meatballs.
Oh, I tell you, they were good though. We
Oh,
kid.
I went home. I didn't feel like eating.
I had 2 meatballs today. She was making for party tomorrow night. The twins have their 7-year-old birthday.
So you're having meatballs tomorrow?
Well, that's one of the many things that
Many
would be
things.
there.
Yeah,
Many
I
things.
know, mate. You just can't make meatballs.
That's true. They'll have some eggplant, and then they'll have some Irish food.
Of course. Of course. big party, end late. You could regale them with stories till about midnight. You don't go in the corner and fall asleep because you'll be tired tomorrow.
No.
You won't go in the corner?
I will definitely be tired.
Yeah.
Like you will be
Two
tired.
games, one today, one tomorrow. We'll be at
We'll be hoarse.
We'll be
You
at
and I-
Bergen Catholic tomorrow.
We won't be able to talk tomorrow
No.
night.
This should
It's
go
good
left.
for the family.
Oh, there goes Lombardi. He scored on a touchdown,
Crazy leg.
and there he goes. He's inside the 5. John, when you get that quarterback sneak and you pick up 4, 5, 6 yards, your offensive line is just blowing everybody off the ball.
Especially your center.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Saunders.
Ball spotted on
And not
the
Michael, but it's Mr. Saunders tonight.
A couple of weeks ago, we honored the 2000 football team here. They were honored by the school. And in that championship game against Pompton Lakes, the quarterbacks, Asbury and I forget the other kids' name, were just I must have had about 10 quarterback sneaks off like this.
Yeah.
Whoa, come flying in, and he
Gain
is
about
dropped Carlstrom.
maybe a yard.
Carlstrom
You're about the
behind
3
the line
yard.
by number 50, Wilson.
And it looks like number 50, Wilson makes a stop. Joshua Wilson, 5'10",
Second and goal.
225.
That championship game, they must have had 7 quarterback keeps, 7 to 12 yards of play.
When you have the powerful line, you run.
And they did.
You open up a hole, and the quarterback picks the spot. And usually it's 3, 4, 5, 30 yards.
Looks like this could be
4 yards, about 3.5 yards.
Carlstrom is going to be in a wildcat, it looks like.
Yep. And he's got his buddy there, Rukuski.
This has got to be student body
And
right.
following Rukuski, yep.
There he goes. And
It's got to
did
be
he get
to the
it?
1. No.
Carlstrom
Ooh,
brought
inside
down
the one.
He is just short. He's inside the 1 yard line. As a Carlstrom came in a
Wingster made the stop, 52.
he came in with 3 the blockers to his right. You knew it was going to be student body right.
I love that play. Power right, power left, and it's got to be the student body.
When we going in, they're going to do a wildcat again. Same formation and a timeout by Dwight Morrow. They want to set up a defense to try to stop this 3rd down and goal play for Westwood. They lead 7-0 with 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey. Coaches have come out. The ball is sitting inside the 1.
Yeah, 1.5.
Carlstrom on the center. It's going to be a quarterback keep over Saunders. I believe he should have enough, but there's no indication.
No, it looks like
And we're still at
there's
touchdown.
touchdown.
They had to go down there and see where Carlstrom
2
wound
yard
up.
TD. Carlstrom.
And he wound up to the left side of the goal line. That was enough for a touchdown. So Westwood scores another touchdown, and they go up 13-0 here.
The lead, the 13, pending the extra point. With just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
So Lillian will come in and try to kick the PAT.
He's 1 for 1 tonight.
1 for 1.
He's got a nice leg, this young man.
So Westwood is not passing the ball, John. They are kicking.
Well-
They are running the ball, as I see.
PAT
Carlstrom
is
kick.
good. but
So
the
with
Cardinals
2 minutes, 58 seconds to
Dwight
go in the
Morrow
first quarter, Westwood now takes a 14-0 lead over Dwight Morrow. We invite everyone watching this game to please stand by. You're watching the game. We're going to be looping it, and at the end of this game, we'll be showing the Friendship Academy of Maryland
I believe.
playing the Bergen Catholic Crusaders. That should be an interesting game. Both these teams have played since I think 2011. The first time they played was a marquee game at Fordham University. Bergen Catholic came away with a close but hard-fought victory, but they've been playing ever since. So the Friendship Academy, they are nice people. The word friendship really means it. They are friendly people.
Friendship Collegiate Academy. And there's number 72 right there.
And title. He has his helmet on. So Lillian will kick here.
And no fear, he's been kicking deep. You know, with all that speed back there, you always think they're
Oh,
going to
you're worried about it all the time.
Yeah, that's the kind of kick I like to see.
Oh,
That was a shortstop picking up number 5.
that's Garrison, the fourth. And Garrison, the fourth, gets almost to the 40-yard line.
He's got to be a shortstop. You notice how he picked up that football, arms came straight up.
38-yard line.
You got to get it away from him, though.
Now,
another speedster.
Dwight Morrow's got to get a couple of first downs. They got to level this game out. It's rocky for them. They got to try to get to some level C's here.
Absolutely.
They can't go 3 and out and give Westwood the ball. Westwood has been moving on them quite easily. Thank you. So Lunsdurm comes all the way out to the right. The speedy Trayvon Harrison is in the slot.
Fake.
Fake out here. Harrison has avoids 2 tackles. He goes down the sideline and is knocked out of bounds
By
as he
LT.
gets across the 50-yard line.
LT Taylor, saving stop. That young man can run.
Trayvon Harrison, he is a senior.
Senior, 5'9",
180.
Into Cardinal territory.
and that's a great play. A
He
nice
eluded.
bubble or
I thought he was going to be
screen
dropped.
pass.
I thought he was going to be dropped for a couple of yard loss.
Well, you have to stand. The defenders have to stay their ground and let him make the first move. Once you make it, he makes 2 and he's gone.
Garrison out to the right.
From
right
the
in front of
48.
me. Oh, there's a big hole there. If he goes to the goal line, he will run away from everybody.
48-yard run.
Wow.
Maroon Raiders.
Number 13.
That was number 13,
Malaki
McFadden.
Yard.
So McFadden took a handoff right up the middle. And John, you're right about one thing. They are fast.
Yeah, Malaki McFadden, one of the best running backs on this squad.
And he is a sophomore. Wow.
They're all young, Larry. You don't want to play this team next year. Unless you get speed like they have.
And Ao, Juan and Ao will try the PAT. Kick is up. And it is good.
Snap is good.
So, I said Dwight Morrow is going to have to settle the ship, and they surely did with
Westwood
McFadden's
14.
long touchdown run of some
Raiders
47 yards. They're on the board, but they trail Westwood 14-7 with 2 minutes 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. Well, these are the cookies that were brought up by Mrs. Henry from the Italian Touch. We want to thank Mrs. Henry for bringing the cookies up for us here in the book. And the Italian Touch cookies are delicious. Got to tell Gus there in the Touch, thank you so very much, Gus. Your cookies, as usual, like everything else, is just delicious.
Just a correction. Mary Saunders brought
I'm
the
sorry,
cookies.
you're right.
Mary Saunders brought the cookies, and I used to coach her in softball.
Don't
Would you
say
believe that?
Mary brought the cookies up, and Mrs.
Correct.
Saunders brought the coffee up,
And
correct?
Dylan Henry, right?
Dylan
Dylan
Henry.
Henry's mother.
Okay. Dylan
Brought
Henry-
the coffee.
So Mrs. Henry brought up the coffee, and Mary Saunders brought up the cookies.
Cookies.
Thank you so very, very much, all of you. It's appreciative. We all appreciate what you do.
We gained 3 pounds tonight, but that's all right.
Well, I ate a lot. I really did. Okay, shit. Comes around 1, and he tried to get outside, but he was stopped as he got right to the 30-yard line.
Nadeo with a high end over end.
And looks like number 13, Lukashik made the run, and number 13 for Dwight Morrow, Malaki McFadden, who had 30-some tackles coming into this game.
Well, that was a nice run by that McFadden. Right up the middle. And then when he got into the secondary, it was goodbye. Nobody was going to catch him.
Well, you know what? He's got speed, movement, and power.
Sounds like you, John.
Yeah, about 60 years ago.
That was to the meatballs.
Oh, for the meatball. Getting to the meatballs.
I wasn't talking football. Going to eat.
All right. We had trips moving over.
Pitch out here.
And Lukashik
There
with
he
the,
goes. And this time, Dwight Morrow's there to slow him up. And he picked up about 3 yards. Wait for the
let's
spot.
pick up, looks like 52 on the stop.
Brought down by
Number-
Buzio.
Yeah, so let's give him 3.
And 8.
I had Winkster too, Emmett Winkster on that. Puzio, I wonder if he's related to Puzio. Remember Puzio at Bergen Catholic?
The athletic director at Bergen Catholic. McKay's out to the left.
Had a
Westwood
super
hasn't-
game last
Westwood
week.
hasn't thrown the ball much.
No,
Like,
when you
on
got
the
to run
line.
like that, watch
He goes
this.
to catch it.
Gone!
He's gone. He is gone. There he goes. 25, 20,
32,
50, touchdown.
68 yards! Get a touchdown for Lukashik. 68-yard run. Lukashik.
We said he has speed, and that hole opened. wide, and he hit it as hard as you can, and the rest is history. He ran for a touchdown.
Again, the offensive line open up the hole. Your center, Saunders, and you got to pick up LT on one side. Who's on the other side? We got to the other starter. What a hole in the middle. Larry, you and I could have gone through on that one.
I don't know. He hit it kind of fast. We might still be going through the line.
That's right. That's right. We would have got a -1 yard.
Lillian bangs it through, and it is no
No
good,
good.
as he was wide to the left. So the PAT fails, but with that long run, 20-7, Westwood now leads with 1 minute and 38 seconds to go. John, they're
in
not
the
throwing
first
the
quarter.
ball. They are running this ball tonight.
Well, when the run works, you go with it. Now, once they stop the run, you're going to see the pass.
Well, that will work for Westwood in their games coming up in the playoff. You just can't key on their wide receivers and Lombardi. They got some runners there. And Lukashik tonight is just showing how good he is, how fast he is, how much he's developed. He's turned into a feature running back.
Outstanding run, and he watches, and he waits for the blocking, and he gets through. And then he's got the speed. He puts it into overdrive, and then you have 6 points.
Wow, 2 long runs, almost back to back.
Yeah, he went the first time we had him 19 yards. This one was 68 yards. So he's
68
getting close to 100 yards.
Oh, he's got to have.
I haven't been playing with him 5 and 6 and 7.
Well, he's got to have all over 100 yards.
We need a computer on that. Now, this kick has got to be a bouncy, but it's got to be away from those 3 amigos back there. You know, the 3 of them. There's a lot of speed.
There's quick speed and
They're all
fly.
sophomores, I think, right?
The 3 kids back there with quick speed and fly. They could run.
Well, I think Harrison's a senior. Harrison, he may, I'm not sure if he's a junior or a sophomore, but he'll be around next year. That's
Bouncing
better.
ball.
That's better. That is better.
Scooped up.
By
Lumsden.
number 1.
Lumsden, now look at him run.
Oh,
And he is banged as he gets across the 30-yard line.
Lumsden with the return.
that was 44 on the stop.
Brought down by Mandeville.
Mandeville on the stop, so he's back being out last week.
Yeah,
Mandeville.
he's been out a couple of weeks
On the 32.
with an injury, so nice to see him back on the field. Westwood's got everybody back. There's no one injured. I believe everybody is playing. And to get out of this game with no injuries and they get into the playoffs.
And Mandeville, that was his saving tackle.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Lumsden says, I'll be the same. I'm home.
I'll meet you in Ridgewood. Jones looking now. He wants to throw. He throws a quick out there. And that's taken on the far sideline by Garrison the 4th.
Stopped by number 5 for Rosenfeld outside. He's another one who's playing very well on defense. 5 on 5.
I love that name. George Garrison the 4th. I have a 3rd. My
Do
son
you?
is a 3rd. Yeah, he's the 3rd. One more Lawrence the Fury in the family, and he's the 4th. Somebody be calling his name 15 years from now.
See,
Not me.
I'm the only John.
You're the only, well, your name is really.
I don't know. It's a lot of different names.
Got a lot of
we
different
can talk
names.
if the game gets out of whack. But I don't think so. Look at that move right there by that young man. And that was Saunders on the stop.
Guy.
A guy again for
Brought down
6, 7 yards.
71 Saunders.
He picked up
Second and
5,
2.
6. We're going to call it 2nd and 6. We'll give him 4 yards. He picked up 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rosenfeld has a cast on. That's his
right
his
hand.
right hand.
That's probably why you see more of Lukashik, number
Yeah,
33.
You might see the Rosenfield. Kids play with everything today. I'd be home in bed.
No, that's number 11 guy.
There go the guy again. Close to a first down, but I think he might be a little short.
Guy
Yeah.
up the middle.
It looks like
Close to the first down.
that's 60 or 40. My eyes.
40.
Third and short.
So that's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Maroon.
So you had Rakuski on the stop. And it could have been 62. Dylan Henry, I'll give him I like his number. I like the coffee that was brought up.
I was going to say that.
So he gets a half a tackle.
3rd and short. I think this is going to Guy. What do you think?
Absolutely. Oh,
And that will be the quarter. We'll think about it. So we played a very exciting first quarter. Westwood leads 20-7 over Dwight Morrow. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
Senior night.
All right, here you are, right in front of us. You can make the call here. Guy should get the ball.
Third
they
and short.
Got a different quarterback here.
Good fake.
Dale Harrison, and he has enough as he
got
tripped.
Got first down
Yeah, he went into a wildcat with
Palmer
Harrison,
first got to Harrison
and they
behind
had
the line.
by 2 yards.
yeah, they had the quarterback Andrew Jones on the wing.
There was almost a stop behind the line,
Oh,
but he
yeah.
broke away.
That is true, but
There'll be a lot of scoring tonight.
oh, it's going to be a pinball machine like
And I had a whole page for first quarter.
Nice crowd here tonight.
Very nice.
Crowd.
Well-behaved crowd, as always.
Nice. Yeah, Westwood always has a nice crowd. Weather's nice. Oh,
Perfect.
weather,
Perfect
God.
for us.
Can we keep it? Can we keep it all winter like
Oh, be nice.
this? This guy
Guy.
cuts off, and a nice tackle from behind.
Looks like 40.
Hand off to Guy.
Rukuski.
Gang tackle by Rukuski.
And 76.
And
I believe.
Sullivan.
And Sullivan.
Sullivan came from the backside and was able to get there.
It's great to see Rukuski at linebacker.
The temperature's dropping.
2 degrees.
I got to get my jacket.
We got to wait another 5 degrees before we put the jackets
5.
on.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 10. Right now we could use it. It's warm.
Look at this, nice throw. Ooh.
What a throw!
Ooh.
Intended
Rukuski.
for Lumsden. That was a bullet. He had to thread the needle, and he almost did.
Something wrong with Lukuski. Look at the arm. No, he picked it up.
Tusky got hit in the arm, and that.
Well,
had
the
to-
right arm was sort of dangling a little bit. You see the way he's...
John,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this Andrew Jones, that sophomore, can fire the ball. He's got an arm. I'm going through my mind very quickly now. If I've seen a kid throw the ball as hard as him, I'm not saying accurate or far.
Oh, he's a very good quarterback.
Oh,
And only a sophomore.
Guy slips one and falls over the 40-yard line, going to bring up a fourth down. And
LT Brown on a stop. Saving stop.
what do you think, John? You want to go for it?
Brings up a
I think you got to go for it.
long one
Oh, make it 2. Almost 3.
for Dwight Morrow.
3rd and 3. David Murphy, the coach for Dwight Morrow, is going to go for it. You can't kick the ball back to Westwood 10-21. You already trail them 20-7. You got to get some. You got to score touchdowns. No field goals.
You're on a 38-yard line. Going in.
Here's the second time the Dwight Morrow had a 4th down. Westwood held them in the first quarter. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, they're going to
He's got
pass it.
time. He's got time.
Oh,
Intercepted as he throws across field.
that was Poggi.
Poggi almost had it. John, he could have run for the first down.
Well, it would have been a close race.
Take over on down.
The way they run,
Oh, can they run?
my money would have been on number 7. That's a sophomore quarterback sometimes
Big play by Poggi.
in a learning process. There's Mr. Poggi.
But he's very happy with that play. Did he have his at the steak place? Did he have his 3 or 4 pounds at the?
No, he didn't beat at the dinner they had, that steak
He
dinner.
behaved himself. He only had 3.5 pounds.
No, he didn't have 3.5 pounds. I heard he had 1.25 pounds.
Pound a quarter. Right?
That's what Vito said. Vito Trout said he had a pound.
Vito had 3 pounds
Vito, well, 1.5 pounds.
for each leg.
But Vito's 90 years old.
Yeah, but he can eat.
Look at this razzle dazzle.
That's
Catherine
good.
has it. Catherine's to the open. He's at the 50. He's at the 40 and taken down at the 36-yard line.
Inside pitch number 3, Catherine.
11,
A little razzle dazzle here.
27 yards for Catherman. Nice play.
Oh, a little razzle dazzle, huh?
Tackle made by number 35.
And
There's
35.
Vito, who ate 1.5 pounds of the steak at that beefsteak dinner back on the 24th of October. And Vito was just warming up then, he said.
He's got to have 2 stomachs. I think he switches. He keeps one in the closet and he moves it when he goes to a
God
different
bless him.
function.
Lombardi running.
Crazy
Bombs
leg.
downfield. And knocked away. Intended for McKay.
Lombardi looks for number 8, McKay.
Defense by number 2, Harrison, and number 13, McFadden. So, 2nd and 10.
I had a frog in my throat. blah, 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 blah. Had a cough.
So you were practicing to do a little soprano.
Oh. Second and 10 now for Westwood.
Oh, a tenor for us, not soprano, tenor. A high tenor.
Poggi's in, moves over to the left side.
As a tight end.
Tight end.
Uh-oh.
Little Puma. Lukashik.
Lukashik.
There he goes.
Oh my
Lukashik.
goodness, we're
And
carrying
taking people
some
to the 30-yard line.
About 2 yards short. 1 yard short.
Up the middle.
What quickness through the
Down
hole.
by the Englewood interior. Ball spotted on Dwight Morrow's 30.
A lot of power running for Westwood.
Lombardi with the keeper.
Crazy legs.
And
First down, I think, from the spot.
I'm waiting for the referees to say timeout.
Yep.
And there's your timeout, which means either it's a first down or they want to measure. Looks like
No, they got it. They're on 2 yards in there, and they're only 1.5 yards. Move the chain. See that? Listen to
first
me.
down. So Westwood has a first down with 8 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the half. They are driving again. They lead 20-7. And John, they get the ball back in the second half.
So you're looking at 23-yard line. Is it 23? No, 27-yard line.
I don't know.
Let me behave. Yeah, 30. Yeah, about 28. Give it 28. We had to get our calculator out to figure out where it was.
Today we're going to need a calculator with the yardage being the
we're
rushing
gonna-
yardage here.
We're going to go to someone else with the stats, not me.
John ran out of ink.
Oop. Nope. You know-
Lukashik, maybe a yard.
You know what? How many penalties have we had in this game?
again.
None.
I don't
Tackled by
remember
number
one.
3, Reed.
Maybe one.
Second and
No,
10.
not one penalty, and we
That's
have
great.
8 minutes to go in the
That's
half.
great. See? Excellent job by both teams and excellent job done by the officials.
And we had some big blocks up front for runs.
And you had, some difficult catches where you could have interference, and you didn't have any of that. Great game.
Second and 9. We'll give them a yard on last play. Another razzle dazzle to Cadman, the same that worked before.
he in and out.
there he goes. He's inside the 20, almost to the 15-yard line, up for a first down.
That looks like Hopalong Cassidy Catherman.
You know, John, we got to look at that again. That could have been a pass, forward pass.
Oh, that was a nice job. But inside handoff to number 3, Hopalong Cassidy Catherman. Remember him, Hopalong Cassidy?
Oh,
What
he
a great
played
ball.
for the Detroit Lions?
He did.
Am I that old? In the 50s?
Late 50s,
Wow.
maybe early
What
60s.
was his first name?
Well, I call him Hopalong.
Yeah, everybody called him Hopalong. Vicky wasn't, Vicky, I wouldn't know.
No,
Far from,
that's old. That's old stuff.
William
That-
Boyd was
that
Hopalong
stays.
Cassidy.
Yeah, that's when I was in
movies.
Columbus, Ohio, in those days, for 4 years at school, watching the Cleveland
Body
Browns.
wants to throw, eludes
Oh,
doesn't, and he's
sack. First sack of the game.
I thought he was going to elude the blitzing linebacker that come
50
flying, that came
51.
flying in.
Englewood's tacklers.
I had number 51, Bernard
Second and 1.
Placid.
Puzio was there, number 55.
Maybe we'll give it to him.
Uh,
Daniel Puzio.
They both were there. Give him a half each.
All right, half a sack.
We are very easy grade.
See the way, crazy legs. See the way he comes out, number 18's got that bounce. Got that bounce.
Second down and
I can run.
16 to go. The ball is on the 21-yard line.
First time they've
Body.
been Lukashik.
There he goes.
Whoa,
Boy, he is running.
he got over 100 yards, by the way.
Oh,
Lukashik up the middle.
We'll get some stats
Tackled by
beginning of the
Longstreet.
second half on Lukashik.
Lukashik got about 10 yards right there.
13.
So it's going to bring up a third down and 8. This is 2 down territory. Unless you want to try to kick a field goal.
Now,
And Lillian can kick it from here.
well, you got to get a lot closer, and you need 6 points because this game could be fireworks in the second half with Dwight Morrow. They can play. Yeah,
We just got a word that DePaul is up 19-10 on Don Bosco.
we saw the number 1 DePaul team last week.
Oh, they play
They're
like
playing.
number 1. Lukashik goes to the goal
That's
line
out.
and blows his way in for a 19-yard touchdown. He's running in from the 19.
Westwood has as Lukashik
So Lukashik,
cashes in
another
for
touchdown.
another touchdown run.
And he had 19 more yards. John, he's closing in on 150
Yep. We'll have
for
to.
the half.
So 26-7, waiting for the extra point. Lukashik has been a man possessed. You can't stop him one individual. You got to have a group. Can't believe the way he runs inside, outside, waits
hard.
for his blocks.
Ball is blocked. Blocked by Lumsden.
This reminds me 2-3 years ago when Westwood couldn't kick a field goal.
Number 1, Lumsden.
So
Lumsden blocked that.
Lunston walks there in PAT. So right now with 5 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the half, Westwood leads Dwight Morrow 26-7, as you see it on your screen. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey, and for John's 6 relatives that are watching this in Italy, the United States of America.
I have a couple more over there, Larry. I'm going to Facebook 2 of them that I met back in 2004, part of my family.
Relatives?
In Massa, Italy.
They're relatives?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, how are they related to you?
Cugini, cousin.
Oh, cousin. Oh, everybody's a cousin there.
Well, hey, listen, I'm building up the numbers.
You get on a bus with somebody, he becomes your cousin when you
These-
get off 3 blocks later.
2 of them ride the motorcycle, the motocicletta.
If he gives you a ride on a motorcycle, he's your brother.
No, motocicletta.
What's that?
That's a motorcycle,
Oh,
Italian.
That's a chiquetta?
Motocicletta. Come on, you know that.
You know that, right, Ricky? You get on a bus in Italy with someone after 3 blocks, he's your cousin. And he gives you a ride on a
these are-
motorcycle, he's your
they're
brother.
from my mother's side.
Oh, so you got 3 more people out there watching.
Oh, several. Wait till numbers are going up by leaps and bounds.
You-
Do you know I have royal blood in my family?
Oh, wait a minute.
Something to think about.
Oh,
It's the truth.
Here we go. He's
Great
going the other
change.
way now. Lumsden going the
Lumsden,
other way.
what a move!
Look at this. He's
And there
on
we
speed.
go. No.
And he's still on the speed. He must have ran 650 yards.
What a move! He went whoop, and there he went. The other way.
Lumsden got the ball, ran around backwards to the 10, went up the right side, and his tackle as he get near the 40. All right, everybody's on pins and needles. They're all turning and asking.
It's the truth,
You
Larry.
wait a minute. You got royal blood
On my mother's side,
now,
Dolce in Venice.
in Venice.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Dolce were
She was a duchess.
like not some in the family. My mother wasn't a Dolce.
No, wait.
She was just
Who was
just
the
a mother.
Who was the duchy?
Go back about 150 years ago or so. We had in the family Spadoni. We have a crest and a big ring that I never got to show my. See now, you better, Sir Francola.
So in your family, up
We
in
have-
Venice, you have a cousin, an aunt, what was it, an aunt?
Going back.
About 150, who was a duchess?
Well, the one, the family Dolce. Remember the Dolce?
Sure, the duchess, yeah. I met her, lived next door to me.
I don't know if it was a female or male, but it was a Dolce. You know, like if we were throwing pennies in the Trevi.
Somebody
Oh.
fell.
Kisses,
Something.
yeah.
I think somebody tried to come in.
Oh my God.
Downfield.
They wanted to hear the
There's a
story.
bullet down there to garrison the 4th.
Pass complete to
Every so often I have to
Garrison
drop one of those bombs to you.
Brought down by
So I'm very
Cuomo.
impressed that you have royal blood.
Well, that's now you can see
Now
where
what
time-
happened? How come?
How come the rest of
How
me-
come the 150 years later you're not sitting somewheres on a throne? So I mean,
The only thing
a
we had
king's
is a
throne.
ring. No, we only had a ring. That was it. And I think somebody sold it to get a drink. No, really, my one uncle was an alcoholic, and he had the ring, and I guess he must have sold it for a couple of beers. All right. Hey,
Your uncle sold the ring for a drink.
boy. It's the truth. Oh, boy. Hey, listen, my story goes on and on.
Never heard this story before.
I know. I got to keep this away from
We
you,
have
lad.
penalty here as I can't believe it. Harrison was the quarterback.
All right, back to the
Your
game.
uncle had a ring. He went into a
Full start
bar.
on the
I don't know if it was in a bar.
So there's no. That's how your royal
The ring
blood
is gone.
ended.
Well, the ring is gone. The proof. The proof of the
In the
pudding.
meantime, make sure to visit your snack stand.
So they
All
got
right.
called motion against
Pizza
them.
has just arrived,
Dwight
so
Morrow.
make sure to get it while it's
26
back.
to 7. You got to get some nice stories. All right.
John had.
It's a true story.
John, I believe you. I mean, people could ask you more questions.
They had the crest. You should see the crest.
you have a
Fedoni
crest on?
My sister may have it.
Oh, yeah, I'd like
I'll
to
have
see
to get the crest.
Yeah, bring the crest in one
Oh.
game. We're going to show that. I'm sure Poggi would like to see the crest. They want to see that you're
Look at this move.
intercepted. And Mandeville, I believe, yes.
Yes.
Mandeville, collect interception on the 45-yard line.
By number 44,
As Andrew
Mark
Jones threw
Mandeville.
an interception, he was
Cardinals will
being
take
rushed.
over.
He moved around in the pocket, fired downfield, and Mandeville was there to make a great interception.
See, the quarterback was listening to our story, huh? And he threw a bad pass. That was it. That was the problem.
And Mandeville is a sophomore. He plays very well for us.
This team, they're going to be a threat in the playoff and will be fighting for their division next year.
Well, they had a tough schedule. They played those 3 games that they lost against Riverdale, Richfield Park, and of course
And
Marlow.
Marlow.
And you have to learn something from those games. You got to take something from those games. We have a timeout on the field with 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Westwood leads 26-7 here at the Westwood campus. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. I have to ask a few more questions on camera about John Francola and his Dutchy family.
My rib.
So after the interception by Mandeville, Westwood will take over.
On the 46.
Throw down here to Lawton, and Lawton has it as he gets to the 36-yard line.
Close.
They're going to call a penalty. That could be over the top.
Number 2, Harrison. Flag
That
on the
might
play.
be face
Added
mask,
on?
maybe? Came from the back judge all the way back side.
Could be heading on. Let's
see. Personal foul, face mask. Yeah, over the top, it might have caught his face
So
mask.
they add
Face mask.
15? Or, yeah. 15 yards on the face mask from the point of the catch or the point of the infraction. We sound like referees, right?
So that's a nice long play for Westwood. The yardage plus the penalty gets the ball to the 21-yard line.
A lot of it is just frustration at that point. You know, you made a great catch, you were playing great defense, and you wanted to bring him down, and you grabbed something close. 15 yards.
No, 1st and 10 now. McKay is way out to the left. Keshick, this time nothing, as he's tackled by the interior of
I see 50 and 55.
54, 50, 54. They're all in on the
Wilson
play.
and Puzio.
Puzio has a lot of tackles, don't he?
50 and Puzio. He's I think he's one of the big tacklers for that team. Nice name, Daniel Puzio, 6'1", 190. This is a nice football team. Team that's going to get better into next year with all these sophomores.
You could see there's a thread there that they could really build on. They got a number of players. Lombardi throws. He has a man wide open. Catherman goes to the goal line and he runs in. That was a well-designed play by Westwood as Catherman caught the ball and there was really no one there to even make the play.
Pass, Catherman from Crazy Leg. That makes it 32-7.
So it's 32-7 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. And I believe Westwood is going to go for 2 points here.
Yeah, so in this half, you have Lukashik, 19-yard TD run, I believe. And that was a 21-yard pass from Crazy Leg Lombardi to Catherman, number 3.
Here's Westwood going for 2 points now. And a whistle. Motion against Westwood.
Too
Now
many.
let's see if Coach Dennis Hart for Westwood will go for 2 points, or will he revert back to just go for the PAT 1 point? He had the last one blocked. Let's see what they're going to do.
Well, this would be about an 8-yard extra point or 2-point conversion if you go for 2. Or you kick it.
Poggi's coming in. Catherman's coming out.
Get a little beef in there.
Maybe they want to run it.
That's a good run.
Lukashik has been running very well.
Oh, yep. Let's see. Well, no, it looks like Poggi is out there as a left end. Could be going. Let's see. Good blocking. He's wide open.
Looking. He's going to go to the goal line and runs it in.
Crazy Leg for 8-yard 2 points.
So Lombardi runs the 2-point conversion in.
Lombardi decides
Now
to
Westwood
take
now
it
leads 34-7 with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the half.
It's
been all Westwood as they are getting ready for next week's playoff game.
Against Pequannock, 99.9%.
Yeah, we think so. At least WCTV projects that they're going to play. But there's a couple of games tomorrow that have to be played. Residual points have to come
Hawthorne.
in. It could throw us out, but we are relatively confident that next week the Westwood Cardinals will travel to Pequannock for the first game.
Hawthorne needs 2 points to go past Westwood on the up, and probably will end in third place.
Now, if Hawthorne loses, that throws a monkey wrench into everything that we figured out. There's our birdie. The birdie's happy tonight
He's been quiet.
because Westwood has a 34-7
Just
lead.
doing a little strut then, look at him. Hey, when is this little clap, hey, look at this, watch me walk here. I'm strolling right now. Going down to New York City today, the Cardinal.
I've been told, John, that the number 40, Dylan Vatuski's out of the game.
He was hurt.
That pass that was thrown hit him in the arm, and that hurt him.
Well, see, that's where they took his shirt off.
Yeah,
so
his jersey's on the bench.
you can't lose this young man. He's done, though.
Another short kick picked up by the short guy on the plate. Number 5.
Number 5,
That's
George
Mr.
Garrison
Garrison the
IV.
fourth.
By number 5, Garrison the fourth.
I hope he's okay. There he is. That's
Samuel-
Vatuski. They got
Yep.
him all taped up.
Could have been. Remember, I said the way the shoulder was, it was hanging a little bit on that one play. He's not happy.
No, not a happy camper down there.
And that was Castillo on the stop, a freshman. They have over 10 freshmen. No, they don't have a freshman program. So these young men play varsity right off the bat.
McFadden, no, it's kept by number 2, Harrison, who's in there. Harrison gets around the right side and is knocked out of bounds by
By-
Lawton
Harrison knocked
as he
out
gets
of
across the
bounds by
45-yard line. The
Poggi.
clock stops.
Yeah, Poggi knocked him out. Number
First
6.
down, Raiders.
Look at Poggi. What happened to Poggi?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Another.
Nothing. He's coming out.
No, he just said, please send somebody out. No, that's 8. I'm sorry, that's 8, not Poggi.
Mr. McKay.
Yeah. So we had the wrong number.
So the clock stops here with 1 minute and 51 seconds to go.
And let's hope he's not hurt. Look at this. He's sitting there. And the Cardinal goes over and sort of hits him in the back. Gave him a little punch. Oh, another shot.
Here comes Harrison. Whoop, we're going to go the other way now. Big block on the outs. They're going to call hitting from behind as a block was thrown, but I think it might have been from
Another
behind.
flag
And
there.
another penalty. Well, we said there were no penalties. Now we got 2 on one
For a couple
play.
yards on the play, but there's a flag.
2 penalties.
So it looks like number 8, too, seems to be hurt. This is not what Westwood wanted before next week starting in the state playoff.
Let's
Some
wait
key
for the ref here.
injuries.
Hitting the back, Dwight Morrow.
From the spot of the foul.
Why would they take that one, not that? It's another 7 yards.
Well, they're talking right now. Let's see what happens. They got to have where the spot is. The one referee is pointing.
Hitting the back. And the
But-
ball has been backed up to the 37-yard line. It'll be a first down and 20 yards to go.
Usually that would be where the point of the foul, 10 yards back, right?
Right, from the spot.
From the spot. This year, refereeing has been doing an outstanding job in the games that we've done. I don't think we haven't seen any bad calls.
No. First and 23. Jones throws over the
Screen
middle.
in
It's
the
a
middle,
screen
bubble.
right down the middle. And a nice tackle. Or else, guy was on his way.
12 yards on that pass play.
Picked up a chunky
Pass over
yards.
the middle to Anthony Guy
A bubble, as they call it now, right?
at around the line of scrimmage.
John, if that
Second and
tackle
10.
wasn't made,
I
guy
think-
was in the middle and he was running. And you don't want these kids from Dwight Morrow running.
No, I think that was Dylan Henry on the stop, by the way.
We have a whistle on the play here. Let's see what we got now.
Dylan Henry today is 16.
Wish him happy birthday.
Well, we have a special from Italy. Someone from Italy will be singing a little happy birthday to him.
Somebody's gonna be singing happy birthday.
I
Not one
think
of your,
so.
not one of your royal
I don't
relatives
know.
now.
No, not royal. No,
Duchies coming up here.
no.
With a little queen hat on her, top of her head, with little crown.
No. Something nice. A few lines, The compleanno, compleanno.
There's a throw downfield.
Oh, that's a
nice
catch. That was
by-
a great catch.
Oh, that was a great catch because the ball was way up in the air.
Pass
And
complete.
Looks like
Quincy
Poggi.
Lumsden.
Poggi with this. No, 5.
Look at this team, Dwight Morrow. They're
Oh,
down
they can play.
34-7 with
Rosenfeld.
57. And they are fighting for another touchdown.
That was a great catch, by the way. Great catch. This guy can throw. Oh, this.
And it's incomplete. The pass intended for Lumsden.
Intended for Lumsden.
Karlstrom knew where it was, but he couldn't get there. He was doing a little jiggle. Oh, he's not doing too well either. Look at this. Karlstrom's got a little limp.
Yeah.
With 34-7, you got to watch these players. You got to think about next week. Not yet, but
Oh, you do right now, John. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You want to make sure everybody goes into next week's game healthy, wealthy, and wise.
you don't like to see 40 over there and the shoulder pad on
No,
the table.
no.
That looks bad.
Pass over the middle. You know what, John? It could I don't know if they're
Pass over
going
the middle,
the
incomplete.
linemen were
Flag
running
on the
upfield
play.
before the piss.
I think
gonna call
illegal
grounding.
man downfield.
No, they're going to call illegal grounding on the quarterback, Andrew Jones. He threw the ball. There was nobody there. And it was being
Illegal
rushed.
man downfield.
And there were 3 illegal men downfield. The whole offensive line was running. So we had grounding and illegal men downfield. Not men. Looked like the 2 guards in the center took off. And that's a no-no.
So 40 seconds to go before the end of the first half.
2nd down and 10.
Look at
It's correct down there. Now wait a minute. Here comes one of the officials, and they're going
Got a
to
little powwow.
a little chit chat.
No, here we go. We got it all down. 2nd and 10 after that penalty.
Jones calling signals. Jones throws out here to Lumsden. Another
Another
penalty
penalty.
comes flying in, and Lumsden still on his feet. Look at
Oh,
this.
he's gonna have a track meet over there. Oh, that was.
That was a great block. He's still running.
He's going.
And out of bounds on far
I think he's gonna
sideline.
come back though. This was coming back.
Yeah,
Lumsden.
Lumsden with a great run.
How
They
about changing
changed-
direction
They
and going?
sure do. But Brown was hit.
Illegal procedure
Oh,
or formation.
Wow, that was a great run coming back. What a block that was put on Brown.
On LT Brown.
Got to keep your head up.
But there's a situation. Here you had just one man in the backfield. Everybody was out, and they still had illegal procedure. Oh,
That was the 3rd time where
a big
a
play.
running back for Dwight
Changed
Morrow
direction.
changed direction and bellied back 8, 9, 10 yards and got to the outside.
That time they had a wall of 8 blockers.
And the speed
Oh,
that you have enables
They have plenty
you
of speed.
to beat the defender to the corner. And they use the entire width of the field. 23 seconds to go, 34-7. Westwood leads. It's been an entertaining game. In more ways than one. There's
Number
McFadden.
13.
McFadden's got a block on the outside and he falls out of bounds. That should stop the
And over
clock.
to middle to number
Looks like-
With
13,
14 seconds
McFadden.
left.
I like that name. 13. Malaki McFadden.
He has the only touchdown for
Third and
Dwight
6.
Morrow. 3rd down and 7 yards to go for Dwight Morrow. They are called the Maroon Raiders.
That was one of the Cliffside Park when I was a Red Raiders. That was the team that we always played against in basketball, football.
Harrison DeFort is out to the left. Jones is calling signals. Jones back. He's got time. Lets it fly downfield for the 5th.
Oh.
And that's going to be intercepted.
Yeah,
Here
It'll
comes
be for naught.
Carlson down the sideline. Carlson's got a lane. Still on his feet, and he's dropped with no time on the clock.
This was going to come back.
Intercepted by.
Well, there's no time on the clock as Carlson is dropped.
And the can end with a penalty. There's
Let's
a
see
penalty
now what the penalty is going to be.
downfield against Westwood. Pass interference.
Then Dwight Morrow will
Pass
have.
interference.
They will have one untimed play.
From the 15-yard penalty.
We're going to see wherever they spot the ball. Dwight Morrow will have an untimed
From the line
play.
of scrimmage, 15 yards. Will be, right from the line of scrimmage, 15
They
yards.
mark 15 yards off. They don't. It's not like the pros where
No,
you
no,
get
it
the ball
goes from the
where
line
the
of
interference
scrimmage,
was.
right? Line of scrimmage.
So it's 15 yards, and the ball is going to be set down on the 22-yard line. Dwight Morrow will have one play because it happened as time ran out.
And that's why, Larry, you tell your deep guys in a game like 40, 50 yards, take that penalty downfield. It's only 15 from line of scrimmage.
You
Go
can't
for it.
imagine doing that in the pros. They'd be tackling everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jones is calling signals. Trips to the right. Garrison, the fourth, is to the left. Jones is running, looking, fires loud downfield, and it is intercepted.
Let's
And
say
then dropped
In the end zone.
by
incomplete.
Lawton. And that will end the first half
Was
with
it intercepted?
Westwood leading 34-7 over Dwight Morrow. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, New Jersey.
Today is a bad day.
Great job, Westwood cheerleaders, as that by far was the best whips and nays of the season. Congratulations, seniors. And again, thank you, band and color guard and cheerleaders for our halftime entertainment all year long.
Here's Matthew Tybalt sitting at the bench. Joining us late. You can watch it again on a loop. He was out for last year, injured, could not play, loves the game. He was the inspirational leader off the field for the Westwood Cardinals, showing up at every practice and game. Today, the team and the coaches gave him the honor to bring the team out. He brought them out, and there he is sitting on the bench for his last halftime here at Westwood High School, as Westwood will probably be in all purposes on the road for playoff games starting next Friday night. We're at halftime here at Westwood High School. They have a commanding 34-7 lead over Dwight Morrow. It's been a running game basically for the Cardinals. And John,
let me give you the stats.
Go ahead.
In the first quarter, we had to start off with, and I'm just going to give the touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown by Lombardi. An extra point was good. In the same first quarter, you had Coltram. 2-yard touchdown, made it 14-0. Then you had a 48-yard from Malaki McFadden, making 14-7. Then 68, Lukashek went 68 yards for a touchdown, 20-7. The extra point was missed. In the second quarter, Catherman had a 27-yard run. Then Lukashek, second touchdown, 19 yards, made the score 26-7. Mandeville then intercepted a 44-yard line. Catherman from Lombardi, 21-yard touchdown, 32-7. And finally, we had a 2-point conversion from the 8-yard by Lombardi, ran in, making it 34-7. There's your score and the start of the second half.
and Ore kicks it short, picked up, and he might have hit the ground. Yeah, he did. He did. I thought he might. Is the running back, Roosevelt. Put his knee down as he picked the ball up, and once you do that, the play is dead. The referee blew the whistle. So Westwood will take over 1st and 10 as they spot the ball at the 28-yard line. Lombardi comes running in along with Poggi, and there's Poggi, number 6. Thank you. And we are ready to start.
We haven't
second half.
Nobody called in giving us scores.
All we heard was that Don
DePaul.
Bosco's trailing DePaul 19-10. DePaul's got some team. We saw them last week. Lukashek hits the left side, maybe a yard.
With a handoff up the middle.
About 2 yards, 3 yards for Lukashek, number 33. And this young man can play.
Woo.
Everybody's been waiting for him to hit those holes. With his speed and strength, he gives me a little Gallagher from last year. Number
Ridgewood
44.
28, Passaic 7.
And that must be Passaic Tech, I bet.
Yeah.
That's a good team.
Ridgewood now is going to be number 1.
They
in
are
their
number.
division.
They were number 1 going in, and they're going to pick a lot of. If they were, I don't know if they 8 games.
That was their,
up.
no, they played. They're done.
That
I
was
think.
all right. So that's not going to help.
So they're
them
ready
more.
for next week as number 1, Lukashek. And he's tripped up quickly.
Looks like
Rutherford leaves Lyndhurst 28-0 at halftime as the scores keep
that's an
rolling
undefeated. That's an undefeated team.
in. The scores keep rolling in at WCTV Central.
So that's a great team.
That's the Wayne teams.
Wayne Valley and
Valley leads Hills. Valley leads Wayne Hills.
Wayne Valley's undefeated.
18-14 for the Preakness Cup up there.
Yeah, undefeated Wayne Valley.
3rd down and 5. Lombardi looks, throws downfield for Lawton. Incomplete as the ball bounces. So, Rutherford holds is going to force Westwood to punt.
That was a misfire, wide open. And a little chit chat over there.
Hey, one of the cheerleaders are being attended to by the trainers.
Oh, everybody
gets hurt.
Well, cheerleading, they do all kinds of acrobatics.
Bet you they get pulled muscles.
How about the little office that we saw with the trainer's office at Westwood? So
John,
we have
here's something. After the next play, I'm going to give you something from WCTV's Sports Central. You're not going to believe it. I want you to hold on, okay? Kramer whacks one up in the air, and it goes out of bounds about the 45-yard line where Dwight Morrow will take over
great
1st and
field
10.
position.
John, according to WCTV Sports Central, DePaul has rushed for over 300 yards against Don Bosco in the first half.
Unbelievable. You know, they have one of the best defenses in the state.
And
Don Bosco.
And DePaul leads Don Bosco 26-17. They have a tremendous amount of talent on that team. Du Bois, the wide receiver we saw last week, could have been athlete of the week. He did everything, offensive, defense. He punted.
I like to call him Dubois, though. Even
Dubois.
though I like
Dubois?
that.
You like Dubois? I think
I
Dubois
like the
might
little
be
French.
correct.
I like the French.
Francis Dubois. Dan
Oh, what a
McFadden.
hit by Mandeville. Mandeville came back from a concussion. 44 made the stop.
Number 44,
You know,
Mandeville. No,
Mandeville and
White,
Latusky, they're
second
gonna
and 10.
have they're gonna be roaming the linebackers next year for Westwood. They're young players.
They're juniors. You got McCuskey is a junior. I think Mandeville may be a sophomore. Right?
Sophomore will be a junior next year.
Oh, this is team.
How about that kid we saw?
Lukashek.
How about the kid we saw last week, Hooker, for
Whoa, what a ball player.
and Applewhite, the quarterback. Whoa, that's-
Sophomore.
Oh, what a.
Number 13.
That's McFadden again. No game.
That's the line is driven by Saunders.
Saunders.
Now DePaul lost to St. Joe's by under 6 points. They lost to Bergen Catholic. I think the coaches are still scratching their head how they lost 15-13. They beat Paramus Catholic kind of convincingly, and they are handling a very good Don Bosco prep team.
So that was 76 Sullivan and Saunders on the stop. And
Yes,
that's Uncle Matt.
He was hollering and cheering for all of the seniors that were introduced tonight at senior night. 3rd down and 10 for the Dwight Morrow team. Jones back. Jones. And
Sacked.
he is sacked.
Looks like 60. 60. Oh, number
Henry.
60. Dylan Henry. Dylan Henry on the stop.
Boy gets a sack.
The birthday
Dylan,
boy.
numbers. We may get that international star from Italy to give him a happy birthday. Probably in the 4th quarter, though. We'll have to keep it.
Wait a minute. We
You
got an
never know. International person.
Is that one of your relatives? One of your?
I have no idea.
One of your
I know
Ducci's? One of your Ducci's in Italy?
El Duque.
Almost, but Westwood's rush caused the ball to go straight up in the air, but it gets a nice roll
Somebody's hurt.
and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That ball went straight up in the air as the Westwood front line come charging in at the front end, and the ball went literally straight up, and it got a good bounce.
And you know, with that, Dylan Henry, number 60, Dylan Henry, number 60, Dylan Henry. The birthday boy, 16 years old.
They're gonna do the 50-50 now.
And you look at that, you got Lawton hurt.
Yeah, he's limping around down there.
What you have to do, you have to watch. You got a big game coming up next week against Pequannock. Got to have everybody healthy.
Kesher to the 35-yard line. Pick up 5. Give him 5 more yards.
You know, I was just looking at number 19, Larry. Klukowski looking up at his helmet off, talking to some, probably his girlfriend or something.
521-796.
So this is
There's
a big
Vito looking
series
for his
right
ticket
now.
as they announce the 50-50. Westwood.
Let me see, is he ripping it up?
I hope not.
You can't do it yet.
Don't rip it up yet.
That's his sidekick, you know.
2nd and 5.
He probably knows some Dochies. He knew my mother.
Lukashik will get close across
First
the 40.
down.
First
First
down.
down.
Give him another 5 yards, John. Maybe 6.
I like Lukashik. Number 33. We should have gotten the stats on him. He's got to be well about 160, 170 yards.
Easy.
Lukashik in about
Easy.
12 carries, 13 carries. I don't know. I haven't been keeping stats.
No one's come up to claim the money.
Well,
We'll wait. Alexander
Lukashik.
keeps his time.
Oh, look at the
Lombardi
fake.
keeps.
Oh,
Bob's run.
crazy
He's
leg.
to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20.
going,
and
oh.
runs out of bounds at the 15. Lombardi put the ball in Lukashik's stomach and was able to take it out and run down the field to the 15-yard line.
45-yard scamper by Crazy Leg Lombardi.
Again, the winning 50-50 ticket number 521-796.
Larry, what a fake to Lukashik that time. And he took it and he went, and at the end he says, I got to get out of bounds. I can't run anymore. Crazy Legs said, my legs are going crazy.
Hey, my crazy legs are wobbling.
What a play, though.
What a nice run.
45 yards.
Boy, he's playing some great football the last couple of weeks.
See why I call him Crazy Leg? He's got that hop. You know, you can see the legs go. There's Lukashik. Look at that.
Lukashik, down to the 10-yard line.
Give him another 5 yards.
Number 54.
So Lukashik picks up another 5 yards. He's got to be approaching 200 yards.
And 6.
And Joseph Atray made the stop. I like this Dwight Morrow team. Next year, you watch this team with these athletes. They get a couple of more linemen. They're going to be possessed. They're going to be a Group 3, Larry.
They're going to be Group 3 next year?
They are Group 3 this
Not
year,
yet,
I
Group
believe.
3, yeah.
That's a big school.
I always thought they were Group 2.
Now,
It is a big school, you're right.
Lukashik
looking for
is-
more
Oh, God.
as he
Picked
falls
up
to the 5.
5 yards. Watch the execution by him.
3rd and 1.
He tackles. Once he sees the hole, he breaks through the hole as quickly as possible and then dives. Quick count.
3rd and 1.
What do you think? Lukashik, touchdown.
There he is for a touchdown. Another touchdown for Cole Lukashik.
Westwood.
What was that from the 5 yard?
So Lukashik picks up another touchdown. He picked up 5 more yards, and now Westwood goes up 40-7. They're going to go for I think they're going to go for 2.
Somebody got the 50-50.
Yeah, Poggi just made the big announcement.
So in comes
Let's see what they have here. They brought in Karlstrom.
Karlstrom came in as the quarterback.
Wildcat.
Wildcat. Well, he's also a good quarterback.
He can't throw from here.
Now he's going to run.
Karlstrom goes to the goal line and
giddy
runs
up.
in for a touchdown as the left side opens, and it's 42-7 with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And now we have a spread of 35 points, and now the clock will run. We'll have a continuous clock run because of 35-point difference. Now, if Dwight Morrow scores and it goes to 28 points, you go back to regular time. The clock will run. It'll only stop at timeouts, injuries, or change of possession.
Well, Larry, I just watched. At 75, Carter is limping. Number 13, Karlstrom is limping. 82 is hurting right now. It's Ryan Lawton. All these players they're going to be inside with the trainer.
We saw Frank Armstrong. We'd like to mention that WCTV is in the process of planning a very important show for December 11th. We are planning to have a roundtable discussion on concussions. The definition of a concussion, causes of concussion, concussions that can happen to everyone, even you in walking the street, hurting yourself. You don't have to be an athlete. What's the symptoms, how to treat it, how to prevent it. So we're going to have a discussion. We're trying to get Frank Armstrong. We're trying to get a few other people who are knowledgeable in the field of concussions. So we hope you join us on December 11th. John and I will host it, and I think it's going to be very, very informative. We'll have more information for you in another week or two, but it will be on December 11th. Should be a good show, John.
Absolutely. I had two of my boys had concussions. John when he played at Albright, and Brian when he played for St. Joe's against Ridgewood. And during the game when we took him out, he thought he was playing against another team all day.
You know,
and
John,
night.
and what happened, how they treat it now is so much different what they did 15, 20 years ago. There's a whole new procedure and what to watch for.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody has to be trained. Official, everybody.
Jones, those downfield, we had a man in the slot, wide open. That young man would have been wide open in the slot.
Jihad Edmond.
Yeah, he hits him. He's still running.
Yeah, the only person there was number 13, Karlstrom, Limpy Karlstrom. Here's the winner. Look at it, happy winner.
Yeah, he was a tight end who snuck out, and he was just got away from the entire
He's only a freshman, 6'1", 180. Jihad Edmond.
Clock has continued to run. It does not stop on an incomplete pass.
4:37 to go in the third quarter.
Jones calling signals. Jones back. Jones, look, he wants to air it out. Throws downfield, and it's incomplete.
Excellent job that time. Looks like
That was
22.
Cuomo down there. Boy, has he played. He caught our eye in the Mawa game, and he has played extremely well.
Zach Cuomo, a sophomore. Young man, we got to push him up. He's 5'9". He's got to get about 4 or 5 more inches. But he's a speedster.
Hey, look at the cheerleaders bringing Vito food. They got him some candy down there.
Vito's got it made. You know that? For 90 years old.
Third down and 10 yards to go for Dwight Morrow. Clock is running with 3:50 to go in the third quarter.
You know, he met my my mom in Italy, by
Look at
the
him
way.
eat.
Do you know
John,
that?
John, look at him eat, John.
What's that? Oh, he can eat. I can hear the noise. Look at him.
I can hear his jaw going.
He's
Look at
got he's got to have the best choppers in the world. That guy.
Sure.
The sword.
Blitz from the outside. Jones looks, throws, has his
Wide
man,
open.
Harrison. Harrison down the right side, and he's tripped up at the 45-yard line. Cuomo with the trip up.
Harrison can run. What a great pattern. See, that's what I would do with this young man, Jones. I would have him roll right or left because he's got speed and run sometimes. He's got plenty of room. Take advantage of 5-10 yards.
We're at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. If you join us, it's all been Westwood from the kickoff. It's 42-7 now. We're in the constant run. I think they call this mercy rule. That the clock
I think it's great. You know, it helps out the game.
Lumsden all the way out to the left.
Little trips.
Hey, we got
I love
the
trips.
quarterback is in the slot. Andrew Jones.
Oh,
There
quick,
goes Harrison, and he
Oh.
is dropped.
open field
Whoa,
tackle.
Open field tackle down there. Vanderbilt. Wow, is he playing?
44.
Whoa, I bet you they happy he's back the way he's playing now.
Sophomore.
First down.
5'11", 180. He may be in the middle against Pequarnick.
Wow.
This young man came back. He had a concussion, a mild
Yeah,
concussion.
he was out for a couple of weeks, maybe more than a couple of weeks.
So they were happy that he was clear to play.
There was some thought that maybe he would not play the rest of the year, but there he is.
Going trips again.
Lumsden is way out. Jones is in the slot. Harrison calling signals. Harrison fakes, goes around, stops, jicks and jabs, stops, and he is inundated at the 46-7 yard line.
75.
Down by Carter.
Roy Carter.
Of scrimmage, third and long.
Great job by that defense. 3 of them surrounded number 2. Harrison and Carter put him down.
So third down and 12 now. We're in 4 down territory here for Dwight Morrow. So let's see what they can come up with. McFadden, Harrison, and Lumsden are out to the right. Here comes Jones. Lobs one downfield, incomplete, overthrows the intended receiver,
Harrison.
Trayvon Harrison.
You know what it is? They did a great job. 3 cleared out, and then you had the running back coming across.
Fourth and 12.
Wide open on the run. A misfire.
Here, your cheerleaders.
They've been doing a nice job all game.
Yeah, they're working very hard. Oh, we have a cheerleader. I told you about a cheerleader being attended. You know, everybody
That's the one that probably fell, right? Or she got, looks like shoulder.
I don't know. They always talk about football players being
They're
injured.
athletes.
And these cheerleaders, they get bounced around too. So it's 4th down now. Let's see if they're going to
Oh.
punt. Whoop. I don't know what this was here.
Well, it looks like an interception.
Garrison the fourth.
Harrison the fourth got the snap, ran up.
Over on down.
Maybe he was trying to draw the defense and then throw a pass.
I think
Westwood wasn't biting it, and he just threw the ball.
I think Mandeville intercepted and went out of bounds, I believe. I've given him an interception on that play.
And with that, the clock will run the third quarter out. We will start the fourth quarter in just a moment. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington, bringing you high school football here on the campus of Westwood High School as they lead after 3 quarters, Dwight Morrow, 42-7. Penalty comes flying in before
Yeah.
anything even happened.
You know, I should have never said
It
that.
has to be illegal substitution on Westwood.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. You know,
What's that?
too many men on the field.
Too many men. I believe that's too many men on the
Yes.
field.
I think we got a clarification for the timekeeper right here. Did a great job
many
to
men?
informing me of the right call. He corrected us, Larry. So 1st and 15. There he, ooh,
Oh, boy.
35 made some stop.
Lukashek, we really hit the line, and he was pushed back hard
What up?
by a defensive player.
I don't know what number is 35. That's Mr. Smith, as
Mr.
they call
Smith
him.
made a great. When we don't know that we don't have a number up here on our roster in front of us,
Mr.
he's
Smith.
referred to as Mr. Smith.
Absolutely. Well, you know, no, it wasn't Richardson. You know, I also had Justin
That's
Richardson.
25. That
Yeah.
kid was 35.
Well, who knows? Mr. Smith
Mr. Smith.
made a call, a house
It was
call.
a good hit.
Very good hit. There's Lukashik.
Lukashek, and then he gets to the 41 yard. So Lukashik picks up another 6 yards.
6-yard gain on the play.
He just keeps running. He looks like a locomotive.
3rd and 8.
Reminds me. Oh, look at the ambulance. I hate to see ambulance flashing, Larry.
Where?
Over there. Look at the
Oh,
ambulance.
no, that's just them warming up the car. Look, everybody's hurt.
Oh,
Oh, no, they go.
Oh man, I don't like ambulances. Remember that? We had the one in Giant Stadium. We don't want them.
We got a report that Lukashek has 200 yards rushing. We thought so,
Unofficially, we had him over 200.
and we're very unofficial.
Absolutely.
They got a motion.
Yep.
They have a motion
You
down there.
can't move a hand once you're
Full
set.
start on the Cardinals.
That's a no-no.
So Cardinals, we walk back another 5 yards.
And that was, we see a new player in there, number 49, Tyler Downey, a junior. He's in the backfield. We'll have to pick up some of these Cardinals with 10 to go in this game.
Lombardi calling signals now. 3rd down and 13.
Lukashik,
Nothing to the 50.
give
Gonna
him
pick
a
up a
yard.
4th long.
He's up to 201.
Gain on the play.
I got.
So Westwood should kick as they bring out Kramer.
I
Joe
give him a
Kramer.
yard on that. 201 for Lukashik. I like that name.
I like his first name.
Croatian.
I like his first name, Cole.
We have to ask. I bet she's Croatian. Cole Lukashik. I'll have to ask Dan. What national? He doesn't know. Dan doesn't know. Dan, you have to know. We're trying to get the announcer.
Kramer
I
will
say he's
kick.
Croatian. What do you think, Larry?
I have no idea. He's a
Lukashik?
good, was a good ball player.
Oh, absolutely.
End over end, coming down and
Look at the bounce. Now you
great
wait.
for
Can't let it go.
Westwood
Let it go.
bounce, and the
Now
ball goes inside the 5-yard line.
Stop on the 4.
Lumsden
Ball down on the 4.
let the ball drop, and the ball rolls to the 4-yard line where Dwight Morrow will take over 1st and 10 as the clock runs with 9 minutes to go in the game. Westwood leads 42-7.
96 yards away from a touchdown.
Matt has not skipped a beat all game long.
Yeah, Uncle Matt down there. Matt Saunders
Was
cheering.
that cheering? He was cheering for all the seniors?
He's been cheering since he got here.
There's the head coach.
Dennis Hard did a great job this year.
Great job.
Coming in, his first year here, getting the team into the playoffs.
Well, right now we could say that they're going to be 6-3 after this game. How's that
Great.
for? Am I going on a limb?
After that team that was here last year,
They had injuries.
this is a guy. For about
Injuries
6,
in those
7 months.
games.
He had some injuries he had to deal through. He had
Rikoski being out.
a lot of the seniors from last year, that great team that won the sectional championship, graduated.
16 of
Gain
them.
on 1st down.
So he took the team, and he got them to 6 wins.
And the improvement of this team from game 1 on, in that 3-game losses, they improve immensely. Forget about the scores. And some of the games in that rainstorm against Richfield Park, you forget that game. We'd like that should have been played on regular dirt. Had to be Tony
Riverdale
Gonzalez.
just powers. Ball is thrown out, incomplete.
Tony Gonzalez was the one who did that game. He said, play in the rain. They've been playing in the rain all year.
Edmond was intended receiver down the middle, the tight end. The ball went up in the air, incomplete. 3rd down and 4. Dwight Morrow's going to have to get a first down here.
Larry, number 60 comes out. Henry, you know, we got to give him a little happy birthday.
Looks like Vito's going to get something else now, another gift. Oh, they're going to give him a football hat.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he took his
Look,
hat
he's
off.
got his hat off.
Took his hat off. Put the hat back on.
He's got a football hat.
All right, 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Vito, he gets the cheerleaders bring stuff for him. How about here at the Clemsford? He has it at the 15.
First down.
Should be just enough for a first down. As Lunsden.
22. Cuomo
Look at
made
Vito's
the
hat.
Nice hat.
Now he has relatives in Italy who could be have royal blood. Do you think?
He definitely has royal blood. Look at it. 90 years old.
90 years old.
So he's in his 91st year in this life.
What a party they had
See,
for
in
him.
Italian, they call you 91 now.
That's
Once
right.
you go a day past 90, you're 91.
He had a great party in July.
Oh,
didn't
he's
he?
been having a party he had about 6 or 7 parties. He has a party every day.
Throw out here to Harrison. Skips around Brown. And Brown comes from behind and tackles him
LT
after he
Brown.
picks up a first down at the 29-yard line. There's Vito Trout's picture. We get that lined up at Yankee Stadium where he was honored at the 7th inning. When they have that 7th inning, God bless America, he was brought on the field and honored for a World War II veteran and a POW. Vito did almost a year and a half in a POW camp.
The story he tells about that motorcycle ride from into Paris from Germany, him and a buddy.
After he was liberated.
Oh, my goodness.
Made up for that 18 months.
He was about 130 pounds when he came back.
Harrison is dropped.
Nice
almost
job.
No game.
Harrison wrapped up by Koji.
And Poggi and Mandeville that time. And you see Poggi gets picked up by Mandeville.
See, Poggi's a junior, Mandeville's a sophomore, Vituski's a junior.
Jacob Davies comes in number 50.
And from what we've been told, I've seen them a little bit. Their freshman team is really talented. Westwood's freshman team, very talented.
Larry, Joe Highland is in there, number 53.
Yeah.
These are players that haven't had much time, sophomores. So it's great to see these young men in there.
So 2nd down now. Jones looking, airs it out downfield. Oh, almost intercepted.
Pass intended for
Looks
number
like
one,
Karlstrom almost had it.
You got to keep those legs in shape, Mr.
broken up
Karlstrom.
by Karlstrom.
We were talking to his father, and he said that he has a problem with the hip because after he had his surgery on, I believe, his knee, he grew so much that the hip didn't, I believe what he's trying to say, the hip didn't move along with the rest of the body, and everything is tight now, and he works every day to get that hip loose so he can move.
You know, Larry, the Italian person was supposed to come and sing happy birthday for Dylan, Henry, and he just said maybe what we can do is Felice compleanno per gli anni 16 e 100 anni avanti.
There you go.
All right, so we gave him happy birthday for 16, and I hope you make 100. You and I can make 100.
Dwight Morrow.
And that's coming from royalty.
That's coming from royalty,
That's
that's
it.
exactly.
With 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go, we have a timeout on the field. 42-7,
Just a
Westwood
reminder
leads
for all
Dwight Morrow.
Senior football players, band, color guard, and cheerleaders.
What do you got? You got
3rd down and 7 yards to go for a first down.
3:58 to go.
First down field completed.
Nice tackle
to the
by
45-yard
Rosenfeld.
line. And that will be Garrison the
Oh, that was
fourth.
Poggi. I'm sorry. It's Poggi. How about Poggi picked up the receiver, number 5, Garrison. This is 3:35 and counting.
John Saunders, a sophomore tight end, comes running in.
The son of Mary Saunders.
Right. He's a defensive end, tight end. So he's playing the left defensive end.
Mary Saunders played first base back in softball days. How's that for memory?
I wonder why you remember it.
I don't know. I think
Jones
she told me
lobs
6
one
times. No,
downfield.
no.
He has
He has number
Right.
5 with a first
Garrison
down.
the fourth, who's dropped.
Jones to Garrison.
We're at the 3-minute mark now.
Finally brought down to the turf by Mandeville.
Mandeville's been playing quite a game. In comes number 1, Joe Kramer. Out goes, yeah, you got to get. So number 13, Liam Karlstrom
Liam-
gets a
yeah.
standing ovation from.
That's it for Karlstrom for the night. Take off your helmet and sit down, son.
You got it.
Played a great game. Intercepted. First play, he intercepted. Ran it
set-
back to the 30-yard line, and then Westwood went to the rest of the 30
Set
yards.
the standard right from the start, Larry.
They're leading. Over the middle.
This could.
This is Garrison the fourth. And Cuomo tries to
nice.
slow him down as Garrison the fourth gets
First
inside
down.
the 20.
By Garrison the fourth, tackled by number 22, Cuomo.
Cuomo on the stop.
You know, we could say George Garrison. We don't have to say the fourth, do we?
Nah, we can forget the 4th.
But I like the 4th, though.
I like that too.
Okay, just wondered.
We can agree and disagree.
I like the 4th.
Hey, listen, this is a nice squad, and the head coach is doing a great job there, David Murphy, and he's got Barry Harris, who used to be the coach there, as an assistant.
So 1st and 10 now. We're under 2 minutes. If you think it's going fast, we're on a speed clock here. The clock does not stop when there's a 35-point differential. Pitch out here to Garrison the fourth again, and he's dropped inside the 15.
Looks like number 5 on the stop. Number 5, Rosenfeld.
With 90 seconds left.
Rosenfeld played with almost like a cast on his right arm. At least it was all taped
Yeah,
up.
you can see him. You can actually see him. Yeah, look at he's coming out. And who went in?
Here he comes. We got him.
Look
There
at
he
that
is.
young man. That's a heck of a club. I bet the referees probably checked that before the game.
McFadden going around the left side, and he is stopped.
Handoff to McFadden.
We're at the 1 minute mark as the clock continues to run here.
First down.
The
Raiders.
clock does not stop when you have a 35-point differential between two teams, and
And
it's
it's
only in the
exactly
second half.
35. One score in the second half, Larry. A 45-yard run by. There was a 45-yard run by Lombardi, and then a touchdown by Lukashek, 5-yarder, and that's the only score in the second half. So we don't have to discuss that anymore.
And back, Bob's one downfield.
Out of bounds.
Caught, and they're going to say he was out of bounds. It was Garrison the fourth again, looking to get a touchdown.
Only 1 foot has to be in, but both were out.
That could be the last play of the game as we're inside 15 seconds. Dwight Morrow is going to try to
I
get
like-
one play off.
I like to see them score a
5
touchdown.
seconds.
Here. Let's see.
4 seconds. This should be it.
Here's your
Jones
score.
wants. He throws downfield for Lumsden. He has a
Touchdown!
touchdown. They did it. They got it in with no time. And on the last play of the game, Dwight Morrow shows its fortitude by throwing a touchdown pass
To Lumsden.
and now trails 42 to 13.
Touchdown reception.
I don't know how far it was. I give him 8-yard TD.
And that's the ball
They will
game.
not kick the PAT. The
42-13
game is over.
is the final.
And Westwood wins 42 to 13. John, losing 42 to 7. They were able, Dwight Morrow, to throw a touchdown. They never ever give up.
That was phenomenal. Phenomenal play. And a great job by Kwanzi Lumsden. So both teams, the regular season is over. Westwood will now play for Quantick
Definite plans are not
next
yet
week
set in stone for their playoff
with a
run
couple of
starting
players
next week.
that may not play.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game. It was their senior night here at Westwood. Westwood is getting ready. They're very happy to get ready for the playoffs next week, probably against our John
Seniors and their
Sepaquanic.
family members
This team here,
midfield to collect
Dwight Morrow, has nothing to be ashamed of. They played their hearts out all the way down to the last second, throwing a touchdown pass. Again, the final score is Westwood gets ready for their playoff game next Friday night, probably at Pequannock. They beat Dwight Morrow 42 to 13. We wish everybody a happy evening game. After this game, watch the Friendship Academy against Bergen Catholic. Will be our next game right after this game. So everyone at WCTV, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and we'll see you tomorrow from Bergen Catholic, New Jersey. Good night, everybody. And there he goes for the last time on the field, Matt Tybel.
Okay, senior football players are first. First football player to receive their sign, Liam Karlstrom. Bobby Catherman. Tommy Johnson. Ryan Lawton. Eric Lillian. Steele Lombardi. Mark Romeo. Michael Saunders. And Matthew Tybell. All seniors, please stay on the field for a group shot at the conclusion of the sign handout. Now, for the band and color guard members, Kristen DiLorenzo, Maggie Swakowski, Daniel Sproviero, C.J. Best, David Russo, and Jamie Wimmer. And now our senior cheerleaders again, Danielle Burns, Melissa Carmelani, Brianna Comerford, Jenna Fraza, Riley Flynn, Jessica Galano, Olivia Gow, Taylor Greco, Taylor Lind, Gabrielle Lepresti, Nicole Netzer, Tiana Nunez, and Marissa Stolacci.